Alright, what's going on, fellas? We have a banner review. I did already watch the trailer. I actually wanted to prep kind of like the abbreviated skill descriptions beforehand instead of like typing it up like last time, so the video is not way too long. But yeah, I guess let's just get into it. So I already kind of know what's going on here. For the first unit, we're gonna have Elfin. Really cool art. I like the kind of angelic aesthetic he's got, but he will be a dancer. And we can kind of pull up his abbreviated description here. So his tome is gonna give res up 6. Cool, whatever. Speed res up 6 to allies within 2 spaces. Hexblade to allies within 2 spaces. If a foe is within 3 rows or 3 columns, he's going to, I mean, his res is absolutely, like, monstrous here. If we go take a look, I mean, that's 49 base res. Like, and especially if you give him, like, still water, which he does not have, he is going to, like, absolutely crush. And so, yeah, so for the most part, this is basically just always going to happen. Attack speed -7 through next action, guard through next action, which is just special cooldown -1, and exposure, which is additional true damage. If the foe initiates combat, he's going to give them a penalty of 6 plus 20% of units res. That's going to be around 11, minus 11 to attack and speed. And then Miracle once per combat. Is this good? Not really. It's a non-perf dance, which is like, I mean, sure, but like Hexblade, this is not great. Most units have pretty good mixed bulk nowadays, especially the ones you want to be like kind of killing. And even then, let's say you hit their res, they're still going to be drowning in special DR. Like this buff has lost a ton of value, and has not stood the test of time super well. Speed res up 6, I mean, it's cool. I don't think that changes the pretty much lack of effects in this weapon. The Miracle's cool, but like really it's a dancer if he doesn't want to be seeing combat. Like this is like a nice like you got nuked unsuspectingly and you will live 1 combat. But I mean, you know, it's really not great. AR cantrip, I mean, we're still doing this. It's not even a chain skill. It's well, I guess let's go over it first. So once you refresh an ally, foes within a cardinal direction, so usually Aether Raids, this is going to be like vertical, which is my main mode anyway. You'll be inflicting sabotage, which is cool. Attack res -7, cool. Does this matter either? Not really. I mean, we are not using this. We're going to want Rock Slide, which, I mean, honestly, Rock Slide's not as good as it used to be. We're going to want Firestorm. We'll want any other, like, this skill has pretty much no value, no place. Not to mention with all the cleanse. I mean, he's inflicting debuffs, sure. And I don't remember the tree, but, like, this is DOA, in my opinion. I don't see this guy getting any value. He also comes with infantry, no follow 4. This is actually pretty good fodder. I think it's kind of overshadowed a lot, but, like, on units like, Legendary Crom, for example, pretty solid. So, yeah. I mean, but the thing is, even though it's good on some units, like, it's usually not going to be on a unit that I can't think of a single meta-defining unit that wants this. So it'll be, like, a nice pickup if you have, like, maybe an old unit you want to update, or, like, a legendary or mythic that you just kind of want to get some additional value out of. Although, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know what mythic would want that either. But it is really good for legendary Crom. That's actually my C slot of choice. But yeah, we'll kind of blitz through this. Demote, Ogier. He's going to have Doubler Sword, which just looks like bonus Doubler 4 and a weapon. Attack defense up 16 and allies. Pretty mid. Speed Rose ideal. Bad fodder. Close call 3. I mean, it's nice, especially on a demote. But it's 2024 now. This would have been good, like... Is that 2 years ago? Was Speed Meta 2 years ago? Kind of. Maybe closer to a year ago. Yeah, I'd say like a year ago is when you would have... at least a year and a half ago is when you would have wanted this. Like, pre-Summer Fjorm. I mean, Speed Mitri was a thing. Lucio's coming out. Like, this would have been cool like a year and a half ago. Now... And I'm starting to see a pattern with the demotes just getting all the fodder we want a year and a half later when it has pretty much next to no value. You're not running Close Call, you're running Lagu's Friend 4, you're running maybe even the new Spiked Wall skill, you're running a perf, you're running like literally reopening. This is bad. So yeah, pretty worthless demote here. And then the Rearmed. This is where it gets saucy. This is really the only reason you'd pull in this banner unless you like either of the prior units. And of course, if your unit's your favorite, pull for them, right? I mean, that's pretty much the rule of thumb in this game. Favorites, then legendaries and mythics, and emblem heroes. That's like your pull relevance order. Emblems maybe even above legendaries and mythics. But yeah. So this is why we're here. Will be Liina and Þjazi. Well, let's go ahead and see this effect. Hold on, let's look at her stats real quick. I don't remember. Yeah, so defenses are dump stat. A lot of attack. Man, that's a debuffed attack? Is that right? And she's not running crystal and water either. Yeah, it just looks like a high attack stat. Defense is the dope. Alright. We have Arcane Truth Fire. It's gonna have Slaying. Start of turn, attack 6, orders effect. Is this good? It's okay. Usually the issue with things like this in particular, or at least in the current meta, is we are in a time where the skill descriptions are so long. You have effect bandwidth, and you don't want to be bogging that down with worthless effects. The truth of the matter is, if you have like a limited, I don't want to say like capital outlay, but like if you have an outlay of effects, right? And you're limited to a certain selection, this is like the last effect that you want. Is it cool? Yeah, I mean, it's nice. This attack up 6 is a visible buff that could easily be handed out. Orders, very, very easy to hand out. So that's what, like, this kind of turns me off a little bit. Not a big fan. However, we do get the -1 cooldown before a unit has AoE. Liina, historically an AoE unit. This is great. This is the AoE tome, as you'll see. Bonus to attack. I'm oversimplifying here. Like, if you read here, it's a bonus 25% of foes attack at start of combat, -4, mid 5, max 14, yada yada yada. This is going to be 25%. This is going to be max 99% of the time. You'd have to have like a minus attack, because I mean, think 14 divided by 0.25, it's like, what's that, 56, right? So I mean, you're getting, like, she just needs 56 attack to max that out. Like, that's going to be all the time. You saw a debuff 61 earlier, so yeah. Bonus damage equal to 15% of units attacks. This includes AoEs, which is good, and we'll come back to that later. 7 flat DR for foe's first attack. Cool. I don't think this unit's surviving a retail anyway. Has the Brave Claws, so for if it's a Brave unit, it'll be first 2 attacks. And then I think this is just thrown in there for like because it's an arcane. A lot of units or some of your mages may not want to run AoEs. They may want to run like Flare or some other special, and I think this is just for that. It's just a special jump before first attack. Basically, if you have a special before your AoE goes off or before your special goes off, you're going to get -1. Is this good? It's okay. And you'll notice okay is a common theme on this banner. Like AoEs are in a tough spot, especially with Nagi running rampant. I mean, even base Nagi is good. Like Nagi, and then we're getting like even lots of AoE DR. It's just stones are everywhere. Like AoE's just not in the best spot. But with like really old units, especially, and this is like gonna be hard in arena, taking the score hit for using an arcane. But if you can negotiate the extra couple points, if you have that little bit of leeway, and your bonus unit is an old unit, then you could reasonably run this, and this will be a noticeable boost to performance. I'm thinking like for one season I had to run a Orochi, and that was one of the most miserable AR runs I've ever done. And I was clearing tier 21 by like 4 points per match. So I could have had a much easier time with an AoE build, nuking them pre-combat, and then getting something done instead of using her perf, which is like Tiger's whatever. And I could think of a lot of like instances where this would be nice, especially at reviving old units, but this is nowhere near meta impactful, and you're not going to want to run this typically. Gift for Magic, this is just bad. I mean, let's not sugarcoat it. Actually, on that note, let's see, Growing Wind Fae. Let's see, what's the evolved version of this? I can't remember. Okay, here we go. Is it Blazing Wind? Yeah, so this non-perf AoE is 1.5x. If we go back to our video here, we're getting 1x? Like, bro, what? Like, we're not running this. It's a 1x. It's adaptive damage, which is nice, right? So if they're a res bot, you'll hit the defense. It's got Hardy Bearing, which is also nice, and I think that's a Liina thing. I think her legendary alt has that too. So these are cool, but this 1x, man, that's killer. I get she gets the bonus damage, but bro, that's tough. That's tough. Piercing the special during combat, this is great. And then she's got special DR, similar to all these things. And now let's keep watching. Slimere, this is just what we saw on Tharja, just the res variant. Nothing particularly crazy. I think you'll still want to be running, I would say, at least Stillwater 4. I think will still be better, just for the additional AoE damage, the visible attack. Ideally, you're probably going to be wanting Crystalline Water. I mean, it's cool that we have the res variant, but I still think that, especially with only a 1x on this AoE, like, she's going to want Crystalline. And she's a dupe bot, so that's good too. Occultist Strike, that's good. Probably still going to want Resonance. She can dupe this, so foddering it off to her is not a bad idea. And then Attack Resploy 3. I mean, it's cool, C skill. Yeah. And she's infantry, so her factory options are going to be up there. Like, I'm thinking, I mean, what do mages run? I don't even remember. I know Robin has Creation Pulse. You could dupe Creation Pulse. You could dupe Canto, Firm Canto. You could dupe Resonance. You'll be able to dupe plethora of ace slots. Not gonna be able to dupe the Excel skills. I don't think. But like, gonna have a lot of great options. So, but I think herself she's not gonna be a very impactful unit. Now, man, there are two large reasons to pull this unit. I think we're all aware of those reasons, and it's not her skills. 3 reasons. You just saw 2 of them. The last one we're going to cover here in a second. I mean, holy crap. This unit looks absolutely stunning. I love this art. Chico, you killed it, bro. That's about where the positives end. We all love a muscle mommy, but yeah, they kind of fumbled here. Let's go. What do we have on this axe? Slaying, big dubs, dual phase, panic and attack, defense, penalty, neutralization. Also big dubs. Those are the relevant stats for a melee frontliner / in your save. Attack, speed, def, res up 14. That's a lot of stats. That's good. Bonus damage, 15% of unit attacks. That's good. True DR, including AoEs, scaling off the unit's attack. That is good. I mean, we are just on a roll here with a really good arcane axe. And then -1 special cooldown to unit before unit's first attack. This is less good. I think I would probably prefer this before foe's first attack. Did I write that down right? Yeah. So this is obviously meant to help kill. But I mean, she does have the twin near save, so yeah, I mean, I guess it's fine. Like, you'll be getting this, like, the relevant hits will probably be specials. You'll get the DR, and once hers comes online, you know, you'll get more DR. Like, it's okay. Like, I think this is meant to be, like, because you can kind of do some, you can inherit this to more than, I gotta remember that this is an arcane. It needs to be able to be used for a multitude of things. Here's where we got Earthfire Boost, great skill for a near save. Could use Fortifications, Stronghold even. And man, they did her like that, didn't they? They really did her like that. I am in disbelief right now. In a shield fighter meta, perf B on the armor unit. Son of a bitch. Yeah, they cucked her. Like, this is, what do you do, though, right? I would love for her to just get shield fighter, and then, but then at that point, she's just another green unit with Arcane Giant Axe. And what was her stat line like? Do we see her stat line? Does it? Oh, it ends turn as soon as it starts. Maybe we see it after? No. But yeah, anyway, I guess we can cover it and see. So, Pathfinder, this is cool, especially on a save. This is neat. Gravity and attack defense -7 on foes in cardinal directions at start of turn and after she moves. The attack defense -7, negligible, whatever, it's probably going to get cleansed or have neutral, like, I mean, stat debuffs, like, sure, whatever. Especially, like, during anima, foe's just going to, I mean, Freyr's just going to deny that. Wait, after you didn't axe, though. Okay, so he'll cleanse the first one. He won't cleanse the second infliction. Gravity's cool, man. Like, even with warping like it is, like, it's underrated. Like, you could definitely clog some defenses. You could kind of mess with some offenses as well. It's good. Like I think it's totally underrated, overshadowed maybe by some effects. It's like some perfect effects, but you could definitely mess some people up with this. So attack defense minus 18. That's a lot. That's a big swing, especially if you combo that with her weapon. Like that's plus this. I mean, that's what 25 14, that's what 39. Like that's a huge swing, assuming all that goes off, and not including other things. But yeah, just it's not shield fighter. Guaranteed follow up, offensive tempo. It's worded weird. Well, like with foe initiating and combat and stuff. I guess it's not worded that weird, but basically, like her special's going off and you're not stopping it. And then Pierce. We love Pierce. Now, you may be like, hey, Eins, you know, you've only said good things about this skill. And yeah, you're not wrong, but I've got much better things to say about Shield Fighter. That skill is overtuned and overpowered. I think that you have two main threats that a near safe's dealing with right now. You have Felix and you have Sigurd. I'm trying to think of others. There are like other walls like Asker and Hathran and no. Is it Hathran or Hrazvalgr? I think Hathran's the defense mythic and Hrazvalgr's the light mythic. Yeah, that's right. So you got Hathran, Halloween Asker, and these are walls for sure, but they're not outputting damage. She's gonna be fine. However, Sigurd and Felix are monstrous damage dealers. And what's gonna happen here? I will give her the benefit of a doubt versus Sigurd. She's got the AoE DR. She's got massive stat swings. She's got penalty neutralization. She's got Pierce. Well, I guess that's less relevant. But she's got that. She's still got True DR in the special. And she's got weapon triangle advantage. So I actually do think that versus Sigurd, she will probably be okay. Not to mention, you're probably bringing Breath of Life support. You're probably bringing stones. At least in light, you're definitely bringing stones. Maybe you're bringing stone support in Anima. I don't know if a lot of people do that, though. Now, you may notice, Felix, what is she going to do? She is going to get slammed. She is going to get absolutely destroyed by Felix. I do not see a world where she can handle him. Not without Shield Fighter. And at that point, she's just a generic armor axe. Anybody can do it, because you just inherit her stuff off. So, is she herself impactful? Probably not. Felix is going to dog walk this chick 7 days of the week. So, and that's just the unfortunate way of the road. Attack defense twin save is just another in save skill. We saw that with Halloween. And yeah, that's the banner. So what is my verdict? If you need a fodder factory, this is a good time to snipe green up to Spark. Other than that, if you don't have a favorite here, this is a big skip. You know, I hate to tell people to skip banners that are not meta impactful, because what that does is that just reinforces the decision at IS to keep power creeping, because at the end of the day, they're a company, they have to make a profit, right? And so all this power creep that we've been experiencing this past year is because the strong banners sell. That's just the way it is. And by not summoning on a banner that is not made impactful, we're basically telling them, hey, the way you're operating is 1000% the way you gotta operate. People don't get excited about these units because they're not going to do anything. The Pathfinder's neat, but, you know, it's not great. It's not Shield Fighter. And so, unfortunately, unless you just need a fodder factory, which is totally valuable, by the way. If you go up to Spark, you're bound to get one or two of these Liinas or Þjazis on the way. You'll have a nice little boon of skills to toss out later, and that'll be super valuable. But yeah, that's about where the positive on this banner ends. I'm personally probably gonna skip. I skipped the ninja banner. Probably gonna skip here too. I'm still on the fence though because I don't have shield fighter myself. I'm a shield fighterless player. So I'm debating pre-pulling Þjazi so I can dupe it later. Because obviously since I didn't get the first run, I'm gonna need more copies than someone else. But you know, we'll kind of see. I have around 210 orbs, and that's it. So I think I'll be able to wait and see the next special banner, though, before this one goes away. So that's probably what I'll do. Anyway, appreciate y'all watching. I hope that wasn't too Debbie Downer. I like the banner. I like the units. I think Þjazi is gorgeous. The art is gorgeous. Her physique, I mean, need I say more? But yeah, that's really it. She's just a good fodder factory. Her's a unit, nothing special. Her arcane's good. Really like the axe. Actually, I take it back. Yeah, her axe is really good. If you want to fodder off her axe, that could be a good reason to pull her. Liina's tome I think is less valuable because AoEs are less valuable. She's more. I would pull for Liina if you want to resurrect a unit, like an old unit, give him an AoE, make him viable. Shoot, I just realized my arena comments from earlier were totally stupid because you can't just run the arcane, you also have to run the AoE, which is another score hit. Never mind. Ignore all of that if you made it this far. But yeah, so that's the banner, and I will catch y'all in the next one.